Hello everyone, welcome back to DMP Tech. I am excited to bring you the fifth video in our SSIS tutorial series. If you have not watched the previous videos yet, I will highly recommend you to watch. It will give you a solid foundation and boost your confidence in working with SSIS. But don't worry, if you are just joining us, we will be covering everything from the scratch today. But I will highly recommend to watching the entire video, as the many of the key insights and explanation are found in the middle of and at the end of the video, and you might miss the important detail if you don't watch it all through the way. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the content and finding it helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It is free for you, but gives a lot of motivation to create a unique content for you guys. Your support means a lot to us and helps our channel to grow. Also, hit a like button and press a bell icon to get updated video notification, and share this video with your friends and colleagues who might be benefit from learning SSIS. So let's begin with the topic. First, we will going to cover merge. So merge means, suppose I'll give you one example for merge. In merge, suppose you have a multiple files, and in the multiple file, you have a lot of information, and you want to combine all the different information from the different file to the one location or in the one file. So in that case, you will use a merge. Okay. But here in SSIS, the merge can combine only the two files. If you want to combine the more than two files, we have to again use a merge function, or we can use a union all operator. But what is the main difference between merge and union all? In the merge, we have to apply the sort condition first before we merge the file. And in the union all, we can combine the file without any sort. Okay, the sort functionality. So I'll let you know in a while what I'm trying to say. So first, we'll jump onto my screen in SSI screen. So what I will do is, this is my previous development that I have done. What I will do is I will create a new package over here. So I'll just right click on the SSIS package, and maybe I can just create a new package over here. So you can see the new package has been created. What I can do is I can just rename this package as merge. Okay. Now what we can do, I can just close the existing one. Okay. Now here we can do all our development. So before starting our development, what we can do is we can set up a connection over here. So this is the first step toward building any SSIS development. So what I will do is, since I'm merging the files, right? So first I will show you what type of file I have. So here I have three different txt file. Okay. So you can see I have test1, test2, and test3 files. So more or less the information is same across all these three files. I'm just demonstrating how we can merge all these three files in a one file. Okay. So you can see I'm just giving the cust ID, that is custody ID, name, and account. Okay, the similar information over here. In the third file, I kept one record duplicate from the first file just to cover the duplicate scenario. Okay, so I hope you understand the file. Now let's move on to the SSIS to develop that. Okay, so first we will create a connection over here. So first I'll select the new file connection. Here I can browse. I can take the first file here. I can click on OK. Similar to that, I'll create two more connections for remaining two files. Here I can take the second file. Okay. Okay. Now I'll create for the third file. This is my third file. This is done. Okay. Right. So connection has been successfully created. Now what I will do, I will drag data flow task into my canvas. Here I can just rename this to combine files. Combine files. Okay. Now I will double click on it. It will take me to the data flow task. So as I said, here we can build the entire ETL, whatever we want. So here now what I can do is, first I need to get a source, right? For us, the source is flat file source. I'll take a flat file over here, right? And here, then I will double click on the flat file. I'll click on new. And here I can just browse the file, that is first file. Okay, and if I go to column, you can see there are two number of record. I'll click on OK. So this is my first file. So I can just name as test1. Okay, so this is my first file. Okay, similar to that, I will create one more source for the second file. So here I will name as test2. Okay, now I will double click on it. I'll click on new. Here I can select the file, the second file that I have. And here I can see the columns. I can click on OK, click on OK. So I have a two file. First, I will merge these two files and then we will see for the third file also. Okay. Now, as I said, for the merge, we have to apply the sort condition before we merge this file. So I will bring sort. Okay. So where is the sort? This is a sort. So I'll take the sort here. Okay. I'll bring one more sort here for the second file. Now I will connect this here. I'll connect to this. I'll double click on this. I want to sort the column with customer ID ascending. I'll click on OK. Here I will double click. I'll custody ID. OK. Now I will drag the merge option. So this is the merge. I'll take this and I will connect this to merge. OK. Here I need to select input 1 because this is my first file. Now here I will merge it to second. So it will automatically consider the second because only one option is left. Okay. Now we have to, we have merged the here, but now we have to transfer this information to our database. So database, I mean to say we need to transfer this to SQL, right? So if I go to my SQL, here we can just see, in the my database, I don't have table right now. So what I can do is I can create one table. Okay. So how can I create a table since I have, the columns and, all these details. So these details will be taken care by SSIS, but I need to create a structure of the table over here. Okay. So the syntax to create a table is very simple. I'll put a syntax here, create table, customer will keep the table name as customer info. And this is a 3 column, we'll keep it integer, name, varchar, and this. So if I create this, yeah, my table is successfully created. If I refresh my database, let's see if I can get the new table name in my database. My database table. Yes, we do have. Okay, so I think this is our table. Okay, custody name, and so we have one more table here. Let's see what is this. Custody name and account. Okay, so we have two similar table here. So what I can do is I can drop one of the table. How can I do that? I will write drop table and I will write the table name, which is this. Okay, so I'll drop the table. This is completed. I will again reconnect to my database. Let's see, if I have only one table, my database table. Yes, we have only one table, customer info here. What I will do is I'll close the rest of the tabs. Okay, so let's see if we have any information in this table. I'll copy this, I'll write the syntax, select star from this customer info. So you can see there's no data right now over here. So now what we can do is we can bring the destination here. So the destination is OLEDB destination for us. I will connect this to this. Okay. I'll double click on it. There's nothing over here. Okay. So I'll select the connection. It is my database. It's already there. I'll click on OK. Here I can select the table that is customer info, right? If I come to mapping, the mapping is correct. Click OK. Okay. And now I will bring a data viewer here so that we'll come to know what is happening, right? Right click, enable data viewer. Let's see what will happen. If I come to control flow and if I run my task, let's see what will happen. Okay, now you can see it has merged the file 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 2 record per file. So total we have a 4 records. Okay. So now this is working fine. Now if I show you one more scenario, what if I bring the third file to the canvas? Okay. So if I bring the third file, let's say in the source, I will bring one more file here. I'll double click. I will click on this new. I'll browse. I'll take the third file. I'll click on columns. So 5, 6, and 2. Okay. I'll click on OK. I need to sort this because in the merge, it is a prerequisite. So if you put a merge over here, if you want to read the description here, you can read that. If you can read, combine the row from the multiples sorted data flow into the one sorted data flow, unlike the merge, join, and row. Follow the output. For example, combine the 2 sorted list of customer into the single sorted list. Okay. So that is why if you read the description, it is self-explanatory. It is saying that the data has to be sorted. That's why we are bringing the sort functionality. Okay. So now we'll bring sort here. Okay. I'll just connect this to this one. I'll click on OK. I'll sort with the cust ID. I'll click on OK. And if I try to merge this, right? So this is giving me an error. So it means that the merge can only combine the 2 sources of information. If we try to combine the more than 2, it is giving us an error. So how can we do that, So the second way is we can bring one more merge statement here. Okay. What I mean to say, I'll show you practically. So if I bring merge here, right? And what I will do is I will connect this. I will delete this. Okay. Connection. Okay. Now this is merged. And if I put a data viewer, right click, enable data viewer, let's see what will happen. So if I execute the task, yes. So now you can see it is combined all the records that we have in the 3 files. So one, the 2 we have, the duplicate record, we have kept it deliberately to see if the merge remove the duplicate, give us the unique record, or it is also giving us the duplicate record. So it is proof that it is giving us the duplicate record as well. Okay. So everything is combined over here. I hope you understand how we can use a merge statement in case of 2 file or more than 2 file. So this is a very simple example, but in the real type scenario, you will not have this much simple file. You will have a lot of complex file. Maybe, the source file might be a different types, right? So can be a CSV, can be Excel, can be text, and it can be a data source as well, like Hadoop or any of the other data sources. So you can combine with the merge option. Okay. If I go to my database, so it was a blank table. If I execute this, I can see the record has been updated successfully. So this is how the merge works. Now let's move on to the union all. Okay. So I will close this. What I will do is maybe I can amend the existing flow. So if I remove all this, right? So I have a 3 source file. What I will do is instead of merge, I will take union all. Okay. So we can read the description for union all. It is saying combine the row from the multiple data flow without sorting. Okay. For example, the add a row back to a data flow after correction of error. If sorting is important, we recommend using the merge transformation. It's very simple. If you want a sorted data, we can go for the merge. If we don't want a sorted data, we can go for the UN and all. So what I will do, I will drag union all here, and I will connect one source of data, second source of data, and third source of data. So you can see there's no restriction for the number of files here. Okay. And if I connect union all to my source, what I will do, I will bring enable data viewer, it, enable data viewer. If I go to control flow and run the task, let's see what will happen. Okay, so this is the record and it has not sorted over here. So let's see. So in the database, what we will do is we will delete all the record that we have so that we will get the updated one. May delete from copy, paste. So I have deleted all the records, 7 record here. If I show you the table, there's nothing over here. Now I'll go to visuals. And if I click this button, this flow will pass. Okay, so let's close this and this is success. Okay, now if I go to my database and if I execute the syntax, I can see the 7 record has been added, but it has not sorted the record based on the customer ID. So that's the main difference. If we want a sorted record, we can use a merge option. And if you don't want the sorted record, we can use the union operator. I hope you understand the union on and the merge operation. Now let's see what is a merge join. If you are familiar with SQL joins, it is similar to the SQL join, the merge join. It is a kind of a left join, inner join, right join, means some kind of join which can combine the columns instead of row like merge and union all. So I hope you understand the difference between all these three. So in the merge and in union all, it is combining the row. However, in merge join, it is combining the columns similar to SQL joins. So if I show you the example of merge join, what we can do is I will first show you the data set that we have. So in my database, if I go to the my database, we have one table called sales, right? So if I expand my sales, this is my sales table. If I show you the sales table, what we have is, so we have order ID, order date, product code, quantity order, and sale price. Okay. And we have another table with us, which is, it is in master table, which it is in master database, and the table name is order details. Okay. So basically in order details, we don't have any data over there. If I show you the master order detail table, there's no data inside this. So what we want to do is based on the order ID primary key, we want to insert the sale price. So we have an order ID and order date in this column, which is similar to the sales table that we have, order ID and order date. However, we don't have a sale price over here, but here I'm adding the sale price, by just altering the table and adding the sale price column over here. Okay, so how I will I do it? It will work? It will first check the order ID, from this table, and based on that, it will bring the sales price from this table. Okay, so now let's move on to my SSIS, canvas. Over here, what we can do is maybe I can build another flow for this. So I'll bring this data flow here. I'll double click on this. First, I will bring the source for me. Now the source is OLEDB because I want to transfer the data from one database to another database. Okay. So this is my destination. Okay. Not an issue. And if I drag the source will also be my OLEDB. Now here, I will select my database. Here I will select the tables. Here I can, this is my sales as an input. I'll go to columns. Okay. I'll click on OK. Okay, this is my source. This is my destination. And here I need to, okay, for the merge join, right? I also need to give the right table, from which I have to get the rows, right? So here also I'll select the similar my database. Okay, because we have only two tables. If in case we have three tables, for example, in one table we have all the data, in another table we have a mapping. For example, in this case, order ID and maybe some other field, in the another table. And we want to, by looking at this mapping, we have to grab the data from the first table to third table. In that case, we will use, the another table over here. But right now we have only two tables. So that's why we have to take the second table, the same table that we have selected for the first one as a source. So I'll take a sales over here. Okay. And I'll just click on columns. I'll click on OK. So both this table is now ready. And as I said, if I go to merge join, here if you read this, combine the two sorted data, sorted. So means I need to take the sort functionality. I have to first sort it, right? So I'll take one sort, another sort for another database. So if I just join this, here I can double click, I can sort by order ID, click on OK. Here I can just connect to this sort. Here I can take order ID, I'll click OK, right? And then I will take merge join. So where is my merge join? This is my merge join. I'll take this, okay? And now I will connect to merge join. Here I need to take left table. I'll click OK. Here I need to take right table. Right table will automatically pick up, okay? I'll double click over here. Here I can select the number of column that I want. So here in the main table, we have order ID, order date, and sale price. We only have these three columns. Here, we have the order ID is the primary key, which, it will look up the value and we will get the value from that. So I'll click on OK, right? And then I'll connect to my destination. Okay. I'll double click over here. My destination table, as I said, it is in master. I will select table. Here I'll select my order details. We already saw that there's no data, and over there order ID will be order date. So you can see this mapping is correct. I'll click on OK. So my flow is now ready. Maybe what I can do is I can little bit zoom in. So I'll click zoom in just to see clearly. Let me zoom in. Yeah. Hope you can see that. So this is my left table. This is my right table. We are sorting because we have the condition to sort that, right? The combine the two sorted flow, right? So that's why we have to provide a sort condition over here. And once we sorted, we have connected the two table over here. And finally, we are putting all the information into the destination, database. Okay. So this is now done. I'll go to control flow and I'll right click and I will execute this task. Now my execution is successful. If I go to my database over here in the second table, there was no data before this. If I run this, you can see the data is now added over here. So this is how the merge and work. I hope you got all the three topics that we have covered, that is merge, union all, and merge join. So merge, as I said already, the merge is for combining the multiple files into the one file and it will expand the rows. Union all will also expand the rows. What is the main difference between these two? In merge, we have to sort the record. In union all, we can we don't need to sort the record actually. So if you want to sort, if you want a sorted record, we can go for merge. If you don't want to sort the record, we can go for union all. And if you want to perform a join, like SQL join, we can use a merge join in SSIS. Okay. So all this topic we have covered. If you like this video, I will, you can just hit a like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this video to all your friends and colleagues. And thank you so much for your time.